All right, 9:23 now. Since we have medical marijuana in Connecticut and surrounding Connecticut recreational marijuana, big in the headlines lately, including now legal in Massachusetts. Been a number of cases where using marijuana legally has come in conflict with individual rights. So let's get to the bottom of this. Joining us from the law firm of Halloran Sage, Attorney Joe Fortner with us today. Nice to have you here.
Good morning.
You've helped marijuana dispensaries, medical marijuana dispensaries, get their licenses.
We actually helped one of the first producers in Connecticut to obtain their license. That was back when producers were first being licensed by the Department of Consumer Protection. Halloran Sage had a team that worked with our client, worked them through the process. We were one of the first. And so we helped pave the ground for that, and they've been producing products since.
Because I would imagine, in terms of legalese, just the fact that when we introduced medical marijuana here in Connecticut back in 2012, there was a lot of fine print and a lot of red tape that kind of had to get siphoned out, right?
It wasn't just fine print that existed, it was being written. And so we had to actually deal with the department on what sort of regulations had to be written and what had to be done to meet those.
So as the thousands of folks who are using medical marijuana now in the wild, wild west, known as Connecticut in the last couple of years, they learned a couple of their personal rights were affected and inconvenienced, I guess you could say.
That's correct. And what I think people don't necessarily realize is that although the medical marijuana may be legal here in the state of Connecticut,
right,
the feds don't necessarily agree.
Right.
And the result...
Federally, it's still a problem, but this is on a state level.
It's on a state level.
Right.
And then you get into a question of who controls, whether the state controls or the feds control. In the area of gun ownership and gun rights,
right,
that's one in particular where
which has federal and state laws as well.
Exactly.
So,
and the feds have made it abundantly clear they don't agree with the states on that.
Let's talk about some of the things that folks testing positive for medicinal marijuana that they have legally have been later discovered to have some rights denied, including the ability to purchase a firearm. Citizenship, which is surprising, and of course jobs are professional certifications. So this is an issue.
It is, and actually on the Second Amendment side of it, it goes beyond just being tested. If you have a medical marijuana card alone, even if you're not taking the medical marijuana, the ATF says you cannot buy a gun.
Okay, so if you are considering going down the road of medicinal marijuana, what do you need to be thinking of?
You need to be thinking about things beyond simply the whatever you're having the treatment for. There may be other elements of your life, whether it's your gun ownership, whether it's your employment, if you're in a safety-related position, that's an issue. Yeah. You need to think broadly about that because it may impact a lot of your life or your future.
And you're thinking a short-term gain by having this help out with whatever your health is has long-term consequences.
Until the feds and the state get reconciled.
Yeah. Joe Fortner, good stuff. And really, I mean, we're just scratching the surface on this. So if you want more information, we'll hook you up through our website at fox61.com. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
We appreciate your time.